Just cruising right across the road. Look at him eating like it's nothing. I've never seen anything like this.
Oh, I'm a human and I need privacy when I go to the bathroom. Don't watch me pee-pee. Don't watch.
Look closer.
What's up, YouTube? Today, we'll be looking at disturbing TikToks that'll make you question reality. So without further ado, welcome to Adam Strain Reacts. Let's get her done.
Dawn hit a glass with a hammer.
I knew that too.
So what happened to the glass?
It broke
It broke. Why did it break?
because the hammer's hard.
If you hit a glass with a feather, the glass will break.
No, it won't.
And this is the second rule. Dawn hit a glass with a feather. What happened to the glass?
Nothing.
Nothing happened. Why didn't anything happen?
Because the feather was soft.
First one says, if you hit a glass with a feather, the glass will break.
Okay.
And the second one, Dawn hit a glass with a feather. What happened to the glass?
It broke.
And why did it break?
Because the rule says if you hit a glass with a feather, it'll break. So if you hit a glass with a feather, broke.
What in the world? That's an armadillo with a capybara on top of it. Oh my goodness, he's just cruising right across the road. Look at him eating like it's nothing. I've never seen anything like this. Florida, man, you never know what's coming across the street.
Check it out, check it out. Oh, I'm a human and I have to pay money to live on planet Earth, even though I literally evolved here. What are they doing?
Wait, do me.
Go.
Oh, I'm a human and I've been conditioned by an oppressive system to believe that material things are what bring true joy. No, they don't. No, they don't.
I got it. Oh, I'm a human and I tell people I'm reading a new book, even though I'm just listening to it on audio because I lack the focus and attention span to read words on a page. That's not reading.
That's not reading. That's right. Do me. Oh, I'm a human and I need privacy when I go to the bathroom. Don't watch me pee-pee. Don't watch me pee-pee.
They're animals. I got one more. Oh, I'm a human and I think everybody's looking at me and paying attention to me all the time like I'm the star of my own reality show. That's not true. You're not.
You're not.
You're not. Just live your life.
Be free. Tesla was...
I mean, you gotta give it to them. That's out of the box. I really love it. And you know what? It helps give us perspective on the things that we hold for granted and the type of habits that we have that we don't really control. We don't really know where they come from. Because, I mean, when you think about, like what he was saying about, hiding your private parts, I mean, that's like in the initial story of the creation of human beings, at least in our mythology. So it's very interesting. Like it has a lot of weight. And I don't know, a lot of these points are things that I think we don't think about a lot. But, when you walk down the street and you're attributing thoughts to other people, I mean, that's kind of a delusion because you'll never really know what the other person is thinking. So anyways, all to say that I really like that point of view because it's like, because it's coming from aliens, it feels like we're willing to consider it. It's less of an insult, less of a personal attack. Very interesting. Let me know what you guys think down below and let's keep on rocking.
That's right. We don't need to burn anything. There is a 300,000 volt difference between the ground and the upper atmosphere. This balloon is just a straw dipping into that ocean of energy. Listen to that snap. That's pure raw electricity coming straight from the air. We are literally lighting up the world using the sky itself.
I got it loaded, going in right here. 1 minute. Getting this shit wet.
Oh, he has the magazine. No way. No way. You gotta be kidding me! Wow!
Ladies and gentlemen, what
Dude, that was insane! I cannot believe what we just saw.
time with the gun, let's have our Cooper Paso!
I had never seen anything like that. Isn't that crazy? I think it's called X Suit. So it's like the battle of the James Bonds. Isn't that crazy? Like the new sports, the new things that are coming out. It feels like nowadays there's a niche for everything. I don't know if you guys seen like the slap competitions. There's so many of these new sports. Amazing. If you guys know of any other ones, send them over. I'd love to look them over. All right, let's keep on rocking.
Okay, so you know how beekeepers are known to have like an excellent lifespan? Their occupation is good for them, whether it's the frequency of the bees, even smelling a beehive is good for you. Of course, the honey and everything associated with honeybees is so good for you, right? But did you know that there's also health benefits that copper miners obtained from being in close proximity and working with copper all the time? I'm not even kidding. Look at this. Early 20th century accounts suggest that copper miners were notably resistant to arthritis and other joint ailments, leading physicians to explore copper as a therapeutic agent. In 1939, German medical researchers documented that individuals working in copper mines seemed unaffected by arthritis as long as they remained in that occupation. And other things they never got because they're so close to copper. But you may be thinking, what's my point? Did you know how common and popular and just the norm copper door handles were, and using copper in every aspect of our daily lives? It used to be the norm. Copper doors. You know what happens when you touch a copper door handle? It's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial. No sicknesses and ailments were getting spread around from high-touch surfaces. It makes you wonder how much money hospitals would save on sanitation and disinfecting things if a lot more implements in the hospital were made of copper. And do you realize how much like copper pots, copper drinking vessels, like putting water in copper is freaking good for you? It imparts beneficial, benefits to the water. Now, people are putting a copper coin in their cow's water trough to stop bacteria from growing. Why aren't we hearing more about copper? Are you telling me if I sleep with like a copper strip of tape, that copper tape, and you put a strip of it on your bed and you're touching it all night, that's beneficial? We have so many things to learn and we get to explore. Comment your thoughts below and follow for more.
I know that people like to believe and think of human evolution and of the fact that nowadays humans are more advanced than ever before. And I understand that it's a comforting feeling, but at the same time, when you look at these little details, like the fact that copper used to be all of our piping, used to be, like he was saying, the door handles and the hospitals, all kinds of stuff. And that we took that away for, I suppose it would be for cost effectiveness. And, if we're taking our decisions based on money and not based on the best outcome, I wonder how we could still believe that, we're evolved or we're better than past civilizations. I just feel like there's some things that we advanced in and also a lot of things that we've forgot. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you guys think we're at the top of the evolution, or do you guys think there's something that we lost? Like whether it's the building, the temples, the structures, the sculptures, the just so many things that we used to be able to do that I feel like now we've delegated to machines, or we've made it easier, or we've made it more cost efficient. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let's keep on rocking.
New shower curtain smell, that's not fresh. That's over 100 different chemicals off-gassing into your bathroom. The smallest, most poorly ventilated room in your house. And heat and moisture make it worse. Most shower curtains are made from PVC, polyvinyl chloride, because it's cheap. And to keep that PVC flexible, manufacturers load it up. We're talking like 16 to 39% of the curtain by weight. That's not a trace amount. That's a significant chunk of what you're hanging in your shower. The EPA actually studied this back in 2002, and they found that one new vinyl shower curtain can release elevated air for more than a month. Their recommendation: caution should be exercised when opening the bag of a newly bought shower curtain. So what are you going to do? Open it up outside and hang it out for a month? And you should know, by the way, when they say 30 days, they're talking about those other volatile organic compounds that I just named. Continue to leach out of PVC for the full lifetime of your shower curtain. For centuries, in fact. Yeah. Now, here's where it gets personal. Research has shown that DEHP, one of the main is associated with a 4% decrease in anogenital distance in boys for every 10-fold increase in the concentration in the mother. The AGD is a distance between the and it's a marker of feminization that happens from exposure of a male fetus in the first trimester when the genitals are differentiating. A shorter AGD is linked to shorter eyes, undescended, and a lower sperm count. Things we might expect with blocked. That affects fertility, and it's permanent in your little man because the blocking of affects developing germ cells that program the formation of all his sperm cells. These are human studies, so if you're pregnant, get these out of your bathroom. There's also evidence in rats, listen to this, that a male's exposure can travel further out on the family tree, affecting reproductive development in his sons and grandsons, because germ cells have been altered. That's what you inherit. Could this be why still dropping in men by over 2% a year? And it's not just developing babies. Studies in adult men link that to lower. The swap's easy. Tight weave, organic cotton, or hemp shower curtains. No PVC. And honestly, they last longer. Anyway, wash them monthly, and you don't need a plastic liner. Save this so you'll remember.
I mean, this sort of comes back to what I was saying, we're so evolved, but at the same time, because of our evolution, where we're able to manipulate chemical compounds in a way that was unthinkable before, and we're able to make these products based on these chemical compounds, like, why would we do this? The same thing with the food quality. It's like, if you're evolved, then you should be having the most nutrients possible in your food, having the less toxins possible, and all the rest of the stuff, right? And it's kind of interesting to hear this because we hear a lot about this chemical, that chemical. Well, this seems to be scientifically proven that there's a direct effect. If it's not this generation, it's even in the next generation. So a physical change, So what would this evolved state of human beings be waiting for to make a change or to make something proper? So I feel like our dependency to cost efficiency and to money and to all of this is sort of canceling out our advancement. So I don't know if you catch what I'm trying to say. Let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong. Let's keep on rocking.
It's good pizza.
So they were always trying to call for pizzas? The Pizza Underground.
I am inviting you all to a pizza party tonight at Jennifer Aniston's house.
There's no pizza we didn't love. I want you on my team.
She does have good parties, and she makes good pizza as well.
She makes great pizza,
Wonderful pizza.
Ces fichiers ne révèlent rien, ils se moquent de vous, parce qu'ils vous ont jamais rien caché, mais vous avez pris ça pour du divertissement. Vous avez ri à leurs blagues et trouvé ça avant-gardiste. Vous avez chanté leurs chansons et financé leur système. Ils vous ont habitué à l'inacceptable par l'humour. Mais tout ça, c'était un processus de normalisation, de consentement implicite. Parce que le message était là, devant vos yeux. Dans les séries, les pochettes d'albums, les dessins animés saturés de codes sexuels. Les hashtags Yumi sur le profil de Justin Bieber, les publicités McDonald's, le cannibalisme, les transfusions de sang, les costumes de rituel. Tout vous a été révélé depuis longtemps, mais seuls les gens lucides ont vu le programme.
So the lab results are in from the crazy snowfall in Texas. Let's have a look at these water samples. 41.7 high levels of sulfur, which is normal, nitrates, and then the pH. Now, how is it that our snow is so high in these? How is it possible that there's such high levels of our snow that our children are eating that's going into our ground? Perhaps this is the reason right here, because they have been for a long time. If you don't know this, then your head is completely in the sand. Completely obvious what they're doing. And it's proven now. You guys need to wake up. None of this is natural. We need to stand up, fight for our rights, and end
Wouldn't it be crazy if the paddock was a known for the Saudi prince? And wouldn't it be crazy if the Prince of Saudi Arabia, a man named Al Walid, owned the top levels of including the 32nd floor, is said to have taken place? And wouldn't it also be crazy if King Salman, that would be the king of Saudi Arabia, was actually in Las Vegas that night, October 17th, staying just down the street at the... Wouldn't it be crazy if there's footage available on the internet of what appears to be, they call it a SWAT team, but it looks more like, to me, like private security team, or maybe a group of moving through hotel lobbies? Wouldn't it be crazy if at the time Prince Al Walid was attempting a coup in Saudi Arabia? He wanted to take King Salman out. And wouldn't it be crazy if the helicopter pad, which could have been utilized for escape routes? And wouldn't it be crazy if this whole thing was actually a...
What we just saw happen.
I mean, there's so many things that happen, especially on that event. When you start looking into the details and what they say they found and the evidence and all that stuff, it's hard to believe. Even with a non-conspiratorial mind, I mean, it's really hard to believe all the information. Sometimes the way I look at it, it's like we're living in a movie. I don't know if you remember like these movies, like it's obvious in Men in Black, but also some James Bond movies where the whole movie, there's stuff happening, there's destruction in the city, all kinds of stuff. And then towards the end, you see someone watching the news and you hear a completely different cover story, you know? It feels like that's what we're seeing, because when you look at all the details, it's like, wow, like what really happened? We have no idea, because there's this story that's put out in front that's almost physically impossible, you know? But then again, that's the official story. And if you question it, you're out. You know what you are. So it's very interesting. If you guys have a chance, look into that. I don't want to, burn the channel, but if you ever have a moment and you don't know what to do, look into that event. It's kind of obvious to see that some inconsistencies. Anyways, let's keep on rocking.
Today to gold and silver is something that you will remember for the rest of your life, because the top 2 largest assets in the entire world by market cap were trading like meme coins. And I'm gonna tell you the 3 reasons why I think this happened, so make sure you watch till the end. So we just saw the biggest crash in the history of metals. Over $7 trillion were erased in less than 24 hours, with silver and gold highlighting the carnage. Silver crashed 32% and gold fell over 12%. These are what the world's largest precious metals look like right now, and I thought crypto was volatile. So why did gold and silver, which are considered boring safe haven assets, just experience the worst crash in decades? Well, people are blaming it on this guy, Kevin Warsh. Earlier announced that he was nominating Kevin Warsh to be the new chairman of the Federal Reserve. And because many people see Kevin Warsh as a hawkish candidate who could potentially strengthen the US dollar once he gets into the Fed, this is what caused assets like silver to fall as much as 35% and experience its biggest daily decline in 46 years. You can believe what you want, but there is no way that Trump just saying a person's name is going to cause the price of silver to drop over 35% in a single day. Sure, silver did go on a parabolic rally over the last couple months, and I'm sure people are taking profits, but I don't think there is enough profits being taken to cause silver to crash that much. Because in China, which prices silver more based on its actual physical demand, is currently pricing silver right now at an average cost of $3,860 per kilogram, which comes out to over $109 per ounce. So how the hell can you explain why silver is being priced so drastically different in 2 different countries at the same time? Well, I'm about to tell you. It is because of the... And if you are a silver bug, you know all about them. They use high volume trading of futures contracts to influence and manipulate prices, and they have even been fined for this in the past. That is why I think silver crashed so hard today. It is because the US financial markets is nothing but imaginary money and paper contracts, and honestly, I don't think we've even felt the worst of it.
Come on, what is that for? Howie said it was for decoration. What are these things for?
Just for show.
All right, Howie. My man Ben, bugged out eyes, you already know. And this was I in here last time? There's like 4 different changes. But so much going on, Philly. So much going on. Make it make sense, man. Come on, I can't emphasize make it make sense enough. That's all I wanted to do, Philly. Make it make sense. Uh-oh.
Then we come and build our building next to them, and they've been angry at us ever since.
More stuff that just makes sense in Philadelphia. What does this have to do with Philadelphia? Come on, man. Come on, man. Sound off. Sound off. Remember I said this at the Bronx Zoo and you were like laughing at me? Like, no, it's a zoo. What do you think the animals are there for? What are they here for? It's City Hall. Sound off. Come on, naysayers. Brandon Kukowski, that guy Joe, a bunch of American History 101. Sound off. What is that for? Come on, give me a screenshot. Regurgitate Chat GPT, whatever the name is, AI. Not taking my job. You know, you can't even give me a real answer. Oh, you must be at the zoo. Nope, wrong. Philadelphia City Hall. You know, when I said I was at the zoo and I was calling out the animals' heads in the Bronx Zoo, and Philadelphia is the oldest zoo in the world. I'll come back once it's nicer for that one. But come on, man. Come on, you heard my man Howie from the Inside Tour. This makes sense to who? To who? Remember the Bronx Zoo one? People were laughing at me for saying, why is there animals here? It's the zoo. But we're in City Hall. Come on, man. What was that? You know? What was that? That makes sense? What they cover up? What they cover up? Come on, Billy. How thick this is. Look how thick this is. Come on. The City Hall? Why so thick, man? Come on, man. Beautiful day in Philadelphia, man. Let's get to the Freemason building. Oh, what is going on down there? One stone. The hell? Is that what a moat was?
$20. So it's $20 on the table.
Okay.
What do you think the $20 note thinks of you?
Nothing. It's just money. It's just a piece of paper.
Of course.
Right.
It can't think.
Yeah.
It's a piece of paper with 20 written on it.
Sure.
It's a commodity. It doesn't think. It's a commodity that's used to transact for goods and services to satisfy wants and needs. The problem with it, with most people, what they don't understand is that all the problems with money exist with them,
sure,
not with the money. The money doesn't think anything of you. So whether it's $20, $100, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, it doesn't matter. Because $1 million or $100,000 or $10,000 is just a whole bunch of 20s that think nothing of you. So there's no difference except monetary value. So this is the second major problem. It's having emotional barriers, because the more money I put down on the table, the more you think of it. Because you think automatically of what it can buy you to satisfy wants and needs.
Right.
The key is to be indifferent. So going right back to the beginning, understanding the function of money is very important in order to respect money. But at the same time, you also have to reduce to zero your emotional barriers, and you have to be indifferent. How can you actually be respectful of money, but at the same time be indifferent? Respect in this context is simply having awareness.
Yeah.
So it's having awareness of what money actually is and being indifferent to money when you look at it, when you see more and more and more of it.
It's kind of a weird point to understand, but also I see some kind of parallel where it's like they're putting into the conscious mind of the masses that money is evil. You know, they always say money is the root of all evil and this and that. And it's as if, you know, all the billionaires are bad or this or that. So what he's saying is kind of making sense, because they're sort of keeping us in an emotional state regarding money, as if only bad people have money, you know? So you having a lot of money would make you a bad person, which I think, you know, if you believe a bit in the law of attraction, I think would create a barrier for you receiving it or wanting it or striving for it. So it's a very hard point to gather around. I'm going to listen to it a few times and try to assess a bit more. But I do find that there's this subtle subconscious attribution to money as a negative thing, as a dark thing, as an evil thing, as the people that have money are the ones hurting children, doing this, doing that. So it's like a subconscious way of attributing an emotion, which he said, you know, not having an emotion and seeing it as what it is what helps you to have more of it, which kind of makes sense, you know? Anyways, let me know if you guys see something that I didn't see. Let's keep on rocking.
June 4th, 1963, JFK, or John F. Kennedy, signed Executive Order 11110 to restore control of the money supply back to the American people. With the stroke of a pen, JFK stripped to loan money to the interests and declared that the privately owned would soon be out of business. Now, within 5 months of doing that, JFK, of course, in walks Lyndon B. Johnson, and guess what he immediately reversed?
Yeah, that story about that institution is pretty intense. Just the way it came into being by secret assembly, the people that were against it that mysteriously, you know, lost their consciousness. Very interesting. And, you know, the word implies that it's owned by the government and that it has reserves, when in the end, it really doesn't. Comes back a bit to the thought about money, you know, like, what is it? What does this mean? What are we doing? Because like I was saying earlier, just to tie everything together, when we're trying to say that we're at the top of human evolution, but we're also being led by the nose by money. So, you know, the things we're making are less durable, less functional. They're made to have recurring customers. They're not made to satisfy a need forever. We don't want to fix something forever and then lose a client. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this whole mentality, I think, is going to stop us from attaining what we think we can attain. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for rocking till the end. And that's a wrap for today, familia. Whether you're tuning in with the sunrise or you're posted up after midnight, I appreciate your time, your energy, your curiosity. And don't forget, this isn't about truth or fiction. This is about perspective. If this sparked a thought, a laugh, a deeper question, then we did our job. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Keep the convo alive. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell if you're riding a wave, because we're just getting started. Until next time, stay grounded, stay weird, stay critical. I'm Adam Strain, and this has been Adam Strain Reacts. Peace!
I don't know what y'all think, but now's the time for us to link up. Really think we on the brink up, making a change from living this strange.